Okay, guys, welcome to the Chosen One podcast show. If you landed on this podcast episode, you are probably a manifesting generator and a female entrepreneur, coach, or expert. So, welcome, take a cup of tea, and binge listen to all the amazing episodes I have set up for you. Episodes to help you create the right energy and mindset to create the manifesting generator business and life of your dreams. Here we go. Okay, guys, it's already time for episode 433. Can you freaking believe it? What an amount of episodes I have recorded in my life. I have an amazing episode set up for you. It's all about how to create the right mindset to manifest anything you desire. It's a deep one, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, it's super interesting because this podcast episode has been lingering in my mind for forever, and I just had a call with one of my one-on-one clients. She's an amazing manifesting generator from Belgium, and she has this beautiful place with horses, and she has this particular white horse, and every time we speak or encounter he literally comes through. It's so beautiful. And after finishing up my call with her, I was like, okay, just turn on the mic and channel whatever it is that they want to show you guys and me. So the question that keeps popping up in my mind is the question, how attached are you? How attached are you? And how attached are you? And what they're showing me is like you losing, for example, your keys, right? And you'll be like, oh my God, this is the end of the world because these are the keys to my house and the keys to my car. And I don't know, but you get all dramatic in your mind, right? But what if you could understand that every single thing is done for you? And that sometimes in the losing of something, and I'm putting losing in between like quotes, in the losing of something, there is space becoming available for the thing that you actually desire. Okay? I'm going to repeat this. What if in the losing of something, the thing that you desire, or the space is created for the thing that you actually desire? So we are so attached to things, right? I mean, you might have a beautiful car and then your car gets wrecked, or you have a beautiful expensive purse and you lose the purse, or you have a great husband and all of a sudden you divorce. We are attached to certain things, right? And certain people. But what if the losing of something is creating space for that thing that you actually desire? I've spoken before in earlier episodes about holy versus special relationships. And everything that is special doesn't serve the higher purpose, right? So if you are afraid of losing it on a 3D level, it is a special relationship, right? So if you're like, and it doesn't mean that you have to be completely careless and you just be like oblivious about everything and be like, oh my God, I'm just going to leave my keys everywhere and I'm going to do this and that. But you're not attached to it. Like, okay, I have this beautiful thing. I love it. I now lost it. I wish the person who will find it amazing blessing, and I move on. It creates space for that next thing. Like, what if you would like really understand that like the guides work through us, and that sometimes our guides help us like lose something physical, material, relationship wise, client wise, so that there is room created for your true desire. This is actually how I look at everything that happens in my business. So the other day, like a while ago, I had a call with somebody, and she first wanted to sign up, and then later she was like, no, this is not the right step for me. I'm never judgmental about that. I'm like, okay, If it's not the right time, it's not the right time. And then you saying no in this particular moment is the right decision for you, and it will create space for me. That's what's needed to create space for somebody else to come in, right? So a no or a rejection or you losing something is always a blessing. Everything is done for you. Everything is done for you. And this becomes very complicated when we are very attached to specific stories, right? I mean, if your children are rejecting you, if your clients are rejecting you, if your spouse is rejecting you, that's like, oh my God, that hurts, right? Because you have this story made up about how it should be. But we are spiritual beings living a physical experience, right? So your spirit has a certain desire. It wants to evolve. And what if going through this particular situation is exactly what you need to evolve your spirit to the place that you can actually have everything you desire? And then it comes to you truly trusting the desires that you have. And trust that whatever you desire in your heart will come to you. So I, like when it came to my daughter, for example, I had this desire to I didn't have a desire particularly for I have to have a child, but I knew I like she was in my energy field. Like since I was I think 16, I dreamt of this child, right? It took over 20 years for me to actually receive her in my physical reality, right? And at times I was whenever other people became pregnant, other women, I would always get jealous, right? But in my heart, I knew I see her so clearly. She will come to me in the right divine time. And that was a very big part of my journey in trusting in the divine timing, right? And trusting that she comes exactly at the moment that it serves the higher purpose. And looking back, like I explained to you in one of the last episodes, it was perfect because we first had our beautiful dog, and when he was at a certain age, she could come in and he could literally hand over the stick to her, right? So we only feel that jealousy, we only feel that scarcity, we only feel that lack when we do not believe in the abundance that is. There is only abundance. Everything is done for you, and everything is your whatever it is that you desire, you will see it in your physical reality. There is no doubt. Not if it is something that's on your mind, do not ever doubt it anymore that you will manifest it. But it's not your job to figure out how to do that. That is not your job. The universe and God will send you the people that will guide you to your specific desire. And the only thing that your job is get in the train and let the driver of the train get you to the destination. And what we tend to do is be oh my God, no, I do not trust that driver. Driver, get out of the way. Let me get into the train. I will drive the train. And then you get completely lost because you are not equipped to drive the freaking train. You are not trained to drive the freaking train. There are angels literally trained to get you to your specific destination, and you keep getting in the train and kicking out the angel in disguise, right? Because the train driver is actually the angel in disguise. Everybody in your surroundings is an angel in disguise. Somebody offering you to buy your particular property when you weren't even thinking about that. That is an angel in disguise. And there's this beautiful episode from the podcast, The Crash Course in Miracles. I absolutely love that show. It's a very old show. And they have this particular episode and they're talking about the Kabbalah and how everybody, they play a role. And they're these two guys, they have this beautiful conversation in this podcast episode about how the specific situation keeps coming back. And then you get into the room and everybody starts playing their role. They're okay, he's coming in, let's get into the role. And then he's saying that he went out of the room and they were oh my God, he almost got it. But then you get back into your old pattern again. I don't know if you can follow what I'm saying, but it was so hilarious. And that's it, right? I mean, everybody keeps playing these roles until you get it, until you see through and see like, oh my God, they're just playing a role. And then you do that thing that you find super scary. And then all of a sudden, the whole scenery changed. I mean, I have encountered this in so many times that everything went a specific way and everybody kept playing their role until I understood like, oh my God, they're just playing a role. Don't be so freaking attached. And then I spoke up and said that specific thing that I needed to say. And then everything changed around. And people literally disappeared off the stage. They were like, okay, I'm no longer needed. Like everybody in your freaking environment is an angel guiding you to where you want to go. And when you start seeing it like that, it becomes a miracle, right? So so excited for this. So that's why I always say, like, when you're guided to me, trust that I'm like put in front of you to get you somewhere, right? It's not a coincidence that you're listening to this podcast episode. And actually, that's a beautiful opportunity to speak about that. I'm currently creating something so freaking amazing. And I'm not going to go into the specifics because I feel like I really want to I want to build up the momentum. But behind the scenes, we've been working on this beautiful, 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 beautiful offer, which is it's like literally, it's going to be my best work ever. It's going to be my best work ever. It's already becoming the best work ever because the things that I'm creating behind the scenes is like it is literally inviting me to step up my game. So understand that whatever comes on your path is with a purpose, and it's not your job to question it. It's your job to follow your gut instinct on it. And when you start doing that, like the universe becomes just this beautiful, it's becoming this beautiful, beautiful field where you just see that everything is done for you. And it's such a beautiful place. And this is what I want for you. So, okay, I'm going to leave it at this. I'm so excited for this episode. So everything is done for you. You are a badass. You are invited into your next level timeline. And like literally when you can make this mindset shift, like the sky is the freaking limit. Okay, guys, I am so freaking excited because as if today, is that the right word? I think that's the right word. You can place your name on the waiting list for my new portal that I'm opening up very, very soon. Okay. So this is a portal you do not want to miss. I mean, if you're a manifesting generator, if you are a coach, if you are in business, and if you feel like things are still not moving exactly like you would like it to, like you have that big desire, you have that big vision, and you almost feel like, oh my God, every time I get to that point, but then I don't really get there, right? I mean, the train like drives a little bit and then it stops again for forever, right? If that's the feeling you have been feeling over a longer period of time, the feeling of procrastination, my goodness, you have to sign up for the waiting list because I am going to make you an offer you simply cannot refuse. Okay? Sign up for the waiting list, and in due time, in the perfect aligned timing, I will reveal it all. This is happening. Momentum is being created. I'm so excited. The link for the sign up you can find in the description of the podcast episode, or you can go to my website www.sophieditmar.com. That's with double T.com/sign up. Okay, excited.